Crap! I forgot to... I'm smart. There we go. I'm a good streamer. 10 out of 10. Not stressed out at all. 100%. Alright. Managed to get my red mage up. But... Whoa. Alright. Let me go ahead and switch over to my healer so we can go ahead and get the duty for the Void Arc. I don't believe it's going to be one less than 5 minutes. Or it actually is. Okay, game. Forgot that it's a Saturday. Absolutely forgot it was a Saturday. Go me. And let's see how well I do this fight. Question mark, question mark. I was thinking of making a macro that's for the res thing, so I don't have to remember to do. Damn, this is a cool design. This feels like Aliens kind of design. Dude! What was that? Wait, we're just passing over the fact that I don't think I've run this one ever. I don't think I ran this one on the other account. If I did, I don't remember. Oh. We get to be sucked. Fun. This is a weird elegant design, I think. Seems more fleshy and bony than I remember. Elegance designs being. Also, probably should have used up some of the tomes. Poetics or whatever. Cetus. You know, I was thinking of way back if, well, the oldest ROM site's gone, but, doing a DOS box episode where I play some of my old like childhood games like Search for Cetus. God, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Weird sounds are being made. Yes, weird sounds are definitely being made, fuck. Not gonna make it, not gonna make it, not gonna make it. The other one is Pepper's, mind you, a lot of the Alliance A, a lot of the people in people, but stories told in Pepper's Adventure Times time whatever is kind of cool. Haken's fine. Move. Ah! They suck the air. Bad joke bad! Or is it? Ranged. Surprised I have such a grouping of DPS for once. Army, Herbicil! There's actually an Herbicil! I was just doing the part, but I mean, Herbicil! I mean, alright, let's destroy everybody's memories. That's for melee. Fuck. Yes. Armacell has become a dangerous looking thing. Hi Rose, how are you? Those actually kind of look cool. Yes, Ishnai is live. How alive she is relative. We're currently on a ghost ship with lots of coffins around. Lots of coffins. Diablos. Oh. 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 Oh no. I read that correct. That was Diablos, right? So this is the raid that Diablo shows up in. Diablos, if I remember, is one of those survive bitch fights. To keep as many party members alive long enough and he'll run out of steam, but I don't remember. Yeah. Any of the attacks from there. So what are you up to, hun? Ew. It's a Cthulhu. Actually, that's, it's a... It's supposed to be hounds. I see... It is based... The name of this creature is based on a Celtic lore guy of legend. Pet? I mean, yeah, if you want a pet, yeah. The thing is, he's supposed to be Lord of the Hounds. He's not supposed to be Lord of the Tentacles, at least that's the way... That's where the coup comes from at the CU. That means hound. Yes, I do know Gaelic. Where would you get an idea like that? Especially... But mythology... Ew, you're throwing up everywhere. Ew. Boobar. Say, did my sweeties just get, like, Gaelics? I mean, if that's what you want to do, sure, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna question you, but I'm gonna not stop you. Look. Yeah, I'm the one that said I wouldn't stop you, but that doesn't mean it's okay. I don't think. That is a cool thing. I don't think it can be dyed, but I'll grab it anyways. I thought it was just... I have no clue what Gaelic is. All I know is the word gay means homosexual usually and or very happy, and lick means either like the cow lick of the thing in the hair or the lick as in the tongue. Cool. We No, I said I don't know Gaelic, as in I just combined two different words that I know in my mind. I don't know if it means the same thing that it means to you. So, it's grants healing over time. Oh. Thought you were meaning something else. Yes, I am stupid. Dexter. Sinister. Away from each other. Gaelic. Am I saying it wrong? Ah. Am I saying Gaelic wrong? Probably. Gaelic was what the British Isles and Ireland used, and Scotland, basically the UK used to have until the Romans decided to go, yeah, you're not speaking that anymore. There's 3 different versions of it. There's Scots Gaelic, Irish Gaelic, and Max Gaelic. Oh, no, it doesn't. I mean, I sound happy when you come in, so why would it bother me? I mean, I'm tired saying things in bad order. It's bad order. Oh, it has boobs. I did not notice. Yes, that was a comment. That was a comment from me. Oh, it has boobs. No, I'm happy to see you when you come in. Yep, yep. Oh, I'm happy to see most people who come in. In fact, I can't think of anybody recently that I'm unhappy to see come in. Yep, I can't think of anybody recent. Bugger me, I expected danger, but not a hell-spawn bleeding nightmare made of flesh like that. Didn't stop you and your mates, did it? That's some crew you got there, and no mistake. You know, that is absolutely out of, like, comparatively fleshy looking, or like bony fossil looking, comparatively speaking, you know, chests of jewels and stuff. This looks kind of different. I thought you were supposed to be watching out to make sure that other lady was. Don't look at me! I never moved a muscle! Oh, hi Diablos. You're looking particularly Final Fantasy VIII of you. Would I know? Of course not. What in the 7 hell is that bastard doing? I mean, summoning the gates of hell. Come on, it's Diablos. Excuse me. This way, swiftly now. Hi, Cat Sith. Okay, anyone guessing a talking cat over there? Bloody hell, this adventure's getting queer and queer by the moment. Have you not seen the talking cat, actual human-sized ones? Also, Cat Sith is a fairy cat. Seath, excuse me. Still, I'd rather take my chances with prattling puss than staying here. Get your things, matey, we're leaving. Well, Kate Sith. People just say Cat Sith. Go to the loot! No loot if you're dead! You can't you can't spend it if you're dead. We either follow the furball or make friends with the spell-swinging Voidborn. Your choice. God damn it! How's an honest pirate mean to make a living? By getting out? Can we just dimmy him into nothing? Because he's weak against dimmy, isn't he, in Final Fantasy VIII? I know, that's not the same looking cat Sith from, or Kate Sith from, Seed. Sheed. Kate Sheed. It's spelled. From Final Fantasy VII, or the remake. I don't know, I haven't seen the new. Because it's not on PC yet. Ever think you're being chased by a ship that looks like it's absolutely coffins? Yeah, the coffin ship looks like a thing that we need to raid. Are the chains gonna break? Yes. The ship's breaking up. Is he trying to bring her down? No, he's trying to bring one of the, if I remember correctly, the void is one of the crystals that, basically destroyed itself. Gun. So it's basically a void realm. The void scent is attempting to initiate a dimensional displacement, but the gate, it cannot possibly be large enough for the entire ship. It can't be possible, but it's about to be possible. Or something's gonna happen. Just some of it may want to go through. Not all of it. The Queen's coffin! He takes it beyond our reach! Bitchin'. So I guess we're going back into the void in this raid. I mean, this raid set. We ended the abyss and we're once again going, the last one ending in the abyss, now we're going back. Well, there don't see much point hanging out around here. Let's go back to the solid ground. What, you call yourself a pirate? Think we can't converse on the air? Sky pirate you. Curious cat. Me poor heart, 'tis a pity about the loot and no mistake, but we made it out in one piece. As the captain's so fond of saying, you can't spend it when you're dead. What kind of cat is that anyways? And what is doing it on that ship? It's a fairy cat. It's a cat seed. Kate sheath. Long has it been since my paws have trotted but those cursed decks? Sigh. Would that I have made landfall under better circumstances. But are you a clockwork cat? Or mecha cat like in Death Spoilers? Oh, shut up. Is Reeves somewhere in there? Aye, 'twas a bit of touch and go in places, I grant you, but here we all are, and with all our bits still attached. This calls for a foaming flagon of... Hold on, ain't we missing something? Didn't I tell Tata to wait for us here? Never fear, we've been keeping the girl company. Why didn't you think of this? But enough about her. Did you see the cannon on that ship? As you know, my dear Lord Leofard, I'm not so easily moved, but the sheer power on display set me all a quiver. Well, hope you're content to admire it from afar. That face ain't for the likes of you and me. Do not to presume to measure me by your own limitations. Besides, I believe I've shown how resourceful I can be. Which brings me neatly to the point. You have in your possession a device capable of tracking the ghost ship. Hand it over, or engineer shall suffer the consequences. Why weren't they thinking past this? You're pirates, goddammit! Perfect. A compass pointing the way just to my reward. To my just reward. A weapon like that belongs in the hands of one who, with the will to use it. Come, lads, our business here is concluded. At least you didn't try and hurt the engineer between then and there. I'm sorry, Captain. They caught me off guard. You get a bang on the head or something? The man knows we will never give in to scum like her without a fight, unless... What did you do to the compass? No, me? Nah. Besides slipping a pearl link into its casing. Like, so long as Leah keeps it close, and you can be damn sure she will, we'll know exactly what them thieving bastards are planning. Anyone care to wager how long it'll take for her to notice my little gift? That's very clever and all, but how are you proposing to stop her from getting her hands on that Delarect and its great big cannon? I ain't worked that part out yet, but I suspect it'll start with us keeping a close eye on the Talons. Before we get any of that, though, I've got some questions need answering. You wish to know more of the Void Ark? The ghost ship, as you call it? The Void Ark. So that's its proper name. I'd like to hear whatever you'd care to tell us, Puss. And I, for my part, I'm curious to hear of your stories. Ere we continue, however, I must insist you address me by my proper name. Kate Seath. Sheed. Okay, Kate Sheed. Should I do it proper, or should I just do it the way they have it in Final Fantasy? Kate Sheed. I will respond to puss or cats, and most decidedly not furball. I have a condition of my own. Can I pet you? My tale begins long ago in the city of Mach, which once stood in the lands of Yafaim. The sorcerers of Mach were masters of destructive magic, and they brought that terrible power to bear against the worlds of Amapur and Nim in the War of the Magi. The titanic forces they unleashed, however, took a heavy toll upon the land, ultimately resulting into a colossal flood that drowned the realm of Eorzea, a catastrophe that which my master, High Void Mage, Air, was wise enough to foresee. Care. Wait, Colossal Flood? Are you talking about the 6th Umbral Calamity? I suppose you would know it as such. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. When they learned that the fate awaited them, the Magi's began construction of the gargantuan vessel that would bear their people to the skies and to safety. The operation of the Void Ark, as the ship came to be called, was entrusted to Ciarfox. There. Prior to that, of course, my master has been a prisoner of her own home, confined for her outspoken opposition to the war. So the Ark was meant to be a sanctuary. I mean, the word Ark is in there. How did it come to be so? What happened to all the people? Where did all the Void Sin come from? They are the people. By what power do you think imagine such a massive craft remains aloft? The energy required to raise the Ark was siphoned from over 1,000 overworldly servants sealed within the vessel. And advances in sorcery were made for one reason and one reason only: cataclysmic destructive power, and the swiftest, most dangerous method of acquiring that power was through enslavement of the void sent entities that were from a different star. So the creatures on the derelict, they broke free from your master's control? No wonder they were fucking angry. At the very heart of the Ark, the Void Mages had entombed a great ruler of the Void Sent, Ciarfox, the Queen, Shadow Queen. But in order to control so potent a prisoner, a mage of adamant will was required. Being Mahak's preeminent sorcerer, Ciarfox was deemed the best qualified. Were it otherwise, my master might never have been released from her imprisonment, only to be imprisoned in a different way. Yet even with Ciarfox's peerless skill, the Shadow Queen could not be long subjugated. One after another, the lesser void sent awoke and ran rampant within the ship. In the end, Ciarfox and 53 void mages around this Ark sacrificed their life energies to return the fiends to their coffins, leaving me a lowly familiar to watch over the Delaware prison. Hi, Xenosaga! Yeah, Final Fantasy 14. We are doing the raid bit for the level 60. Well, the Alliance raid for the level 60 dungeon. We're doing the storyline for it. And if I remember me, Umbral Era writes, the stuff you just described happened more than 1,500 years past, which is a good while by anyone's measurements. And since everything seems to be been acquired on board your ship till recently, I think something unusual must have happened to wake up the inmates up. Am I warm? One day, a void scent that had taken the shape of a bat flew into the ship. At first, it was a little more than a nuisance that I brushed away. The longer it remained in the Ark, the stronger it seemed to become. Eventually, I could not contend with its power. It began to shatter the seal. Began shattering seal after seal. Diablos. You have faced this black-winged creature fiend before? It would seem that the creature survived the encounter, and he intends to celebrate his restoration by liberating his queen. Yeah, he was busy sealed in Amapur. Now that explains that. Then, except for one small detail, namely, where's the queen's coffins went. After it fell out of the ship's belly, I'm assuming it didn't just disappear, right? You recall the great rift that the Ark's cannon ripped in the sky. That was a void gate. Such a portal opens a temporary path through the void, allowing the ship to travel almost instantaneously from one location to another. The void sent, as you saw, only opened a gate large enough to displace the coffin. As for the coffin's destination, however, that is just as a mystery to me as it is to you. I beseech you, conquerors of the Ark! Help me find the queen's coffin, ere the wards binding Ciarfox are displaced. Smells to me like an adventure. Who knows what ancient Makashi's treasures we might stumble upon on the way. God knows they'll make a nice change from all them elegant tombstones we've been collecting. I know, right? I will help, but I'm not risking me hide for the sake of the realm, you understand. But I'll be damned if I let either Radlia or that winged bastard take the freedom from the skies from me. You only care for how you might be inconvenienced? If the Shadow Queen were to return, it would have dire consequences for this entire star. Count your blessings, Furball. I said we'd help, didn't I? He's just making an excuse to keep face. Before we go rushing off in search of that coffin, though, there's preparations to be made. You might as well get back to your usual heroical employment, Ishnai. I'll let you know when it's time to round up your mates again. Yeah. I'm quite sure you're gonna make me, or at least your engineer's gonna make me run around and do stuff. The time is nigh, my dear Talons. Soon we shall seize control of the ghost ship and all its powers and rule the skies from here to the ends of the world! Till I get my hands on things. So far, I'm currently back on Streamlabs just for tonight and tomorrow night. And then watch guides and see if I can get everything set up on OBS for next week. But yeah. Seems to be working, right? I mean, can you hear me correctly? Are you hearing the annoyingness at all? How am I doing? Probably do one more raid before I have to go offload some. Stacia needs your assistance. I mean, a lot of people seem to need my assistance. Ishnai is about to fly out to Ishgard to track you down. You remember Kate Seath and the Makai? Familiar? We've been working with him on the plan to find Diablos and the Queen's Coffin. There have been void scent sightings from pirates all over, so we know that that bat-wing bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. Is that better, by the way? As we're going about pinpointing the location, Linofard and the feline are bickering over exactly how. That's where you come in. If you spare a moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. You should never trust my opinion. Besides that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search, so come over to Para Rock as soon as you're able. We'll know the way from here, don't you? Let me in. Let me in. When you're a sky pirate, a well-maintained airship can mean the difference between your life and a horrible plummeting death. So we keep the damn close eye on the condition of our vessels around here. Here to see the captain, just through the gate here. Head north when you come up top. His quarters are across the bridge. Red-billed cook. Where the crew's heads are filled with naught but loot and laughter, my job is to see their bellies filled with decent grub. That Leofard's the worst of the lot. He'd live on gold bars and leather boot leather if I weren't here to cook for him. That's scary, actually. Thanks for coming. The captain and Cat are inside, both having a discussion. Tell Leofard to talk to you before I strangle the both of them. I mean, you could do both. Like squabbling children, the pair of them. Help Leofard settle this, would you? Okay, you two. Rock, paper, scissors. Go. Ah, Ishnai, a rational mind such as yours is most welcome. Pray reason with this wind-addled brigand. Do I look like I have a rational mind? I'm trying to do streaming as a job. I think the tail is longer than he is. If you're here to ask about the Queen's coffin, then you best turn around and walk straight back. Walk straight out again. This aggravating furball turned my mood sour as a month-old old goat milk. Leofard, Ishnai's come all this way to help us, at your request, I might add. She deserves to hear where we stand on this search, at least. The search has given me ulcers, that's what it is. By all reports, Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces, but the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep. We have got no pirates to scour every damn floating rock. I mean, we could always ask the dragons. That's why I tried my luck with Radlia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, stole our bloody compass. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that pearl link, and I slipped into the casing, hoping to catch something useful. But all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the bishop's holy nethers. In the end, it seems we've got no choice but do this the hard way. But a certain meowing annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of ne'er-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat. You got not the faintest idea of how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario, we'd be locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find. And that's assuming we ain't laughed out of the entire room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made the attempt, I'm sure we could convince some of the nobility of our cause. So it goes round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this, but what of you, Ishnai? Any thoughts on the matter? I don't know. Seems even the great warrior of light has no simple solutions for this problem. Yeah, because people usually solve the problems for me and I go out and bash things. However, we tackle things though. We're a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think of a better way to shorten it. You might as well head back to your adventures, Ishnai, unless you're willing to lend us your experience on another matter, that is. Utata, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark and cursing under her breath for days. Might be you can provide some insight to her dilemma. She's conducting her research on the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Ishnai. Head to the Sea of Clouds and see what's bothering Utata. Might shed some light on her problem. Leofard's right in not trusting up to our other pirates, but we could spend years traveling through the clouds. There has to be some other way. Yeah, ask the dragons! 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 You know, Dragon War's over. Dragons. Bet they don't like void sense any more than we do. I will be right back, by the way. Thirsty, getting some water. Well, more water, I mean. am I? We'll never know. Or we may know. Who knows? Switch everything. Yep. There we go. Where are we? All the way over there. Okay. Take me back. Yes. All right. Let me get up there. Weeping City. Huh. Is it baby? Kind of interesting. I guess it's the green part of those crystals or whatever that lets it float. While waiting word on Diablos, I've been spending my time learning the Red Bill's little airships. Thankfully, it seems I've mastered enough of the basics to manage this little jaunt. Mayhap I could contact some other pirates without Leo Far's mediation. But let's first address Mistress Uda's woes, shall we? You're gonna hug him. 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 He looks so cute. Yes. Alien a bit, but cute. What troubles you, Mistress Utata? We are told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Oh, I wouldn't do the same thing! Why, game? Why won't you let me... Hey, y'all! Hi! Hey, y'all! Haru and Radlad. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate. Were you streaming together with Haru, or did it just happen to be y'all raided at the same time? We get to watch Kate Seed have fun with this. Seed. Okay. The couple was actually Final Fantasy 16. Okay. Hi, hi. So timing is perfect on this, aren't we? Anyways, we're watching Cat Seed be absolutely. But no, I want to do the same thing. the huggle cuddle, kitty boo. Yes, very proud and huggable and squeezable and pettable. Have you played Final Fantasy 14 before? I feel so much better now. Yeah, I do feel the same way after, like, petting my cats, except I don't decide to, you know, hug them to that degree. Because mainly, I don't want to lose limbs. My apologies, Kate Seath. You have the misfortune of entering my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and furry. It's the damnable ectocompass. I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Leah stole. It's pretty good. I like it. And I can make this, you know, pitch and all this other stuff because I am not sponsored of, you know, you can play up to the 3rd expansion for free. On the trial. Or is it 2nd? Yeah, 2nd. 2nd. It's Star and Blood. Get some food. Num 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 num. How's Final Fantasy 16 going? I'm pretty much been laying low on that one until it comes to PC. I can imagine it would be infuriating, and you're certain there are no flaws in the designs or the materials. Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Ishnai? Something may have happened to the Void Ark. Yes, the cause may indeed lie outside the compass itself. We must consider this dilemma in a broader perspective. Peters out at the end. Okay. That's good, at least. It's a couple. Okay. Oh, who'd have guessed? They play Digimon. Fox has this thing of bringing Digimon players together. And thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate. Might you explain us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to etheric signature. I discovered that the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy rather peculiar composition. Okay. Digimon fans forever. I know, right? Say, bubble tea sounds really good right now. Oh my goodness. Well, actually, tea itself. I haven't had bubble tea before, but tea itself, because I love tea. Sounds excellent. Anyways, thank you so much. Hope you, your tea run goes well. Yep, Xenosaga. Say, that's how, Fox brings us all together for Digimon. A void arc is encompassed by an energy of rather peculiar composition, so I simply turned the compass to follow its unique trail. Maybe it was following the queen? Trail? That peculiar an energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course! The arc was propelled by the siphoning energies of the void scent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the aether of the entities imprisoned within? That would explain why the compass now points in a different direction that one would not expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the ectocompass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mistress Utata. Assuming my theory is correct, we are no longer require the outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. You're about to be... I was say, she might be about to tackle you again. Let's see. Ah, Stacia, what, perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we just... Oh, you mean the other pirates decided to get involved? Now that we don't need them? Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. If it's revenge they're looking for, we best head back and make ready for them. Ah! Violence! 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 All the violence! Don't make me go back on my own. Just take me there with you. Cool! You made it, thank gods. Glad you're here, Ishnai, but I don't think they're spoiling for a fight. I don't like this, Ishnai. Why do the Heptons come here without their captain? Where's Radlia? I wonder if she's been captured or something. Would not appear that these pirates have come with murder and pillage in mind. Quite the opposite. In fact, they seem rather bedraggled and beaten. Well, ragged. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Here's Red Bill. We need your help to save Captain Radlia. You're one of Radlia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you created and stumbled into? Probably the void scent unholy mess. We took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up in some moldy old ruins with lousy void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as they got caught on the ground. Yet the captain survived the massacre. She's stuck within there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give that link pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Radlia is alive or dead at least. So much buzzing. Can't hear a blasted... Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after Machi artifact? Damn demons are searching. Hide! Then a bunch of screaming. Seems Radlia is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. I don't think the Talons are lying a trap here. I have half a mind to leave Radlia to her fate, but I've never turned my back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasure is in the air. You're making excuses at this point, Leo. Leo? Scent of treasure in the air. Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us then? You're a good man, Red Bill. I mean, yes. Are they good games? I mean, I recently played the remake of the Order one, which was pretty good. They made Digimon Survive, but it's a tactical kind that I'm not particularly interested in, but I've heard the story is good. I just want a Cyber Sleuth 2, please! I beg of you! Is there no god? Give me Cyber Sleuth 2, please. I'm not talking about Hacker's Memory, because I can't get that to work on my computer. We left the captain in Yafame Saltmoor, just north of Mordome. In Yafame, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mach itself. By Shatato's Black Heart, could they be after the Null Stone? I mean, it's better than like a genie in a bottle kind of joke where Diablos can be found in Final Fantasy VIII. But I'm not a nerd or anything. What's that, Puss? You think you know where those fiends are after? What's that, Lassie? You know where Timmy is falling down the well? Well, the same way that, you know, micrometeorites work. Except you can blame it on the gun because people wouldn't know difference. Talons are patched up, then have Mail ready to fly. And don't spare the oil if you know I love to hear her purr. You're saying that in front of a cat familiar. Ishnai! Stacia, bring the furball to my quarters and we'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mach. Please, please, you have to rescue the captain. When Leofard asked me to pay special attention to his airship, that's a sign he's fully committed to his next adventure. He had the same spark right before he left to board the Void Ark. You're wondering why his ship is named Mel? I never gave it much thought, but I wager it's the name of his first love, or maybe it was a pet. Yeah, I did when they released, like, the redefined, I guess, remake. I'm not sure remake, but I mean, the graphics are jizzed up. You know, we've never been friendly with the Talons, but that didn't mean we just sit back and let them be torn to shreds by cackling void scent. I mean, maybe. I never imagined Diablos would seek to enter the old city, but I should have suspected as much when I learned that the flood waters had receded and left Feum exposed. Maybe I was about to say, maybe I'll come back and never play Cyber Sleuth, but then it hit me again. The reason why you can't play Hacker's Memory is because you can't get Cyber Sleuth open either. Right, Furball, let's hear about this artifact that Diablos is looking for. If I am to speak of the Null Stone, then I must first explain the method by which Maki soldiers would bind the Void Scent into the service. The Null Stone would cast Dimmy, if I remember correctly. Or at least you could desynthesize it using one of the GF's abilities. Or was it Ultima? I don't remember now. The more powerful the Void Scent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking surface of our dimension. That's why they cooperate with mortal sorcerers. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole in the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. Let me guess, the mage forces the Void Scent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit, even if the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Maki mages construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Void Scent to their will. A safeguard of sorts, that, to the best of my knowledge, yet lies entombed within the remains of the ancient city. The Null Stone is seen as the last result. Should a Void Scent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. So not even sending it back. Can't see the royals of the voids taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems these sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. Yes. When it came to the glory of Maha, the ends justify the means. I mean, usually, in the end, the ends always justify the means. I'm kidding. In the end, by any event, we are certain that Diablo seeks to secure the Null Stone before it falls into mortal hands, thereby ensuring that Skathhat would reign unopposed. Alright, we know what fiends are after, but we don't. But what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its relocation. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned the artifact would sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful void scent. But now that fame is more swamp than sea, the demons have only the wards and the guardians to deal with, and I doubt they'll be wasting their time down there in the mud if they don't have some trick to break through the wards. Aye, this has become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest a sky pirate lives for. Stop making excuses. You just want to do it because you can. Not that there's anything you get out of it. Besides bragging rights. So we slip into the ruins, pitch the relic, then rescue Leah along right from under the fiend's noses. No, I'll probably be the one fighting him. Well, I suppose we could save her while we're poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass from Utsata so that we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me up at the landing when you're ready to fly. So all you need to do is rescue Captain Radlia from a mob of nasty void scent, then retrieve a dangerous artifact from the magically defended ruins of an ancient civilization. Easy, eh? I've done more before breakfast. I shall join you in this endeavor to recover the Nullstone, though after 1500 years, I wonder what remains of the city I once knew. We'll fly directly to Yafeum. From here, once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers as you did on the Ark Ishnai. Just keep slicing into the depths till you reach the Nullstone. We don't want to get knocked out of the sky like the Talons, so we best land a little ways from the ruins and head out on foot. The Furball says he knows the place well, enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bulls will follow behind on rescue duty. Yeah, rescue duty. Not stealing things. Concentrate on smashing a path through to the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Leah and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, though, eh? There's likely golems and such there that are worse than the fiends outside, and we wouldn't want our hero getting lost in losing her head now, would we? No fucking promises. We'll carve path to the vault where they keep the Nullstone. The Red Bills will come behind and scour the area for Leah and her crew, and whatever shiny baubles we can get our greedy hands on. Glad that we know where we're going on this. Nine-minute wait. Fun. Alright. Guess I'm gonna run to Edelshire to spend at least some of my tomes. Like, course, when I switch over to my red mage. Let's see how much I'm gonna be running around screaming like a chicken with her head cut off. Well, a healer being chased by a monster. That's a better way of putting it. Film. Healing fact when Sage who applies the status and attack manager. Cool. We actually have 2 other DPS types in this set. Oh. Oh. Wrong button. I don't remember this one at all. Running. First daughter. He's in the bed. Quick, move! Nope. I don't like being digested. That's digesting foods. Ew! Ew! At least the spider has boops? Question mark? I don't know why I made that comment. Arsha Eve. What have you done? My poor web is in tatters. I mean, maybe you should have made the web stronger. Maybe you just should have decided not to go against us. Ever think of that? Don't you love hysteria? Range. Woo! We killed Spider Eve. Kind of cool looking. Sure. Ow. Ow. I'm still trying to remember what they changed some of these to. Because the Spire ends up being a actual barrier. Some of them are less damage, some of them's more heals. It's just... Aim for that pyramidal structure. Oh, blowing. Borgal. Okay, okay. We are still going with the Gaelic. Well, it is. I should have noticed. Shrine of the Godek. Okay, cool, cool. Yep. Succubus. Dog. Angrezi. Okay. Doom. Okay, you can't actually Asuna this. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I played a good floor healer, right? God, those bell bottoms. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. When this terrible spirit devoured the entire city, so we must provide stronger for to reach the Nullstone. When did we get up to the clouds? Uh... Awesome shade. Yeah, what is with war in these raids? I'm raiding. I'm sorry. I might not be paying attention. I don't know this fight. 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 I don't know what I'm doing. Save me. Oh, I'm minied. I'm cute. I'm fluffy. I'm dead. Anyways, hi, welcome in. I'm being. I've been dying too much. I've been dying too much. Please, forgive me. I don't know how to stay dead and or alive. Peeking? Okay. Well, fuck. Peeking a lot. Once again, having problems with my mic. God damn it! What were they saying? Where's a donut? Acceleration. Melee. I. Haru, can you do me a favor? I'm in the middle of a stream. Thank you. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Yo, definitely. Hi, Yuri! Sorry, I'm being, like I said, I'm being distracted. And is the packing, so the peeking is really bad on this? I don't like there's tentacles appearing behind me. Actually, Makima, okay. No, we're gonna go through after I'm finished looking at all the cutscenes. I just don't want to cause people to wait. So this is the heart of the ruins, eh? You're doing a fine job dismantling the defenses, Ishnai. I only wish we could have had the same success, but and our talons are nowhere to be found. Sacrificed? Yes, it's quite distressing, but we must first focus on claiming the prize at hand. The null stone is ours, until it isn't. You know, somehow. Mysteriously. The nullstone's going away. Whoa! You'll be such an inviting trail of destruction to follow! Ferdinand. Okay, I see you found the relic then. Wonderful! Lord Diablos will be so pleased. And look here, I brought you a gift as thanks for all your... Ooh. Hard work, blah 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 blah. You're giving me a woman? I mean, nice. Kinda. This is the lovely lass you've been so desperately seeking, isn't it? You're making a huge assumption here. I don't really give a damn about her. Yes, that's not Paragon, but fuck. Unless you wish to see her limb from limb, then you will hand over the Nullstone. I mean, fate of the world, her. Fate of the world, her. You know, I am a healer. I can absolutely heal her and res her from the dead. You think I care about her worthless limbs? That woman's got done naught but cause us grief, and I just thought to crow over her grave. Don't give me that look, Radlia. What? You thought I was here to save your sorry hide? You've been not but an obstacle to me. Do you remember the first time we met? You were roaring with laughter at the sight of all of them Allegan relics until I used your pretty blonde head as a stepping stone. Damn you, you selfish bastard, and damn me for expecting you to act any different. If I had my weapons, I'd blow your bloody hole in your belly! I mean, you could aim a tiny bit lower. Have you forgotten how an awful shot you are? Not much of a threat when I've seen you miss the side of a cathedral at 10 yards. Silence, you grinning fool. You've ruined the moment, now ruin your smirking faces. Jiggly abs. Now, puss. It burns! It burns! Oh, cat, stop looking at me like that. Also, other cats, Seath, stop looking at me like that. This world is not yours, you unholy harlequin. Begone from our realm. It's not your stage, excuse me. What a world! 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 Clever farce, mortals, but the show is not over yet. Not until you scream. I mean, she was screaming over there. It was anger, it wasn't fear, and it wasn't pain. Fucker got away. I think we best do the same. I thought he was supposed to rent his soul to nothing. That nullstone. The nullstone doesn't seem to be nulling very well. It all worked out in the end, but I had just about enough of the fart's folly. I must say that 100 times by now. Wait, I was gonna talk to Kate Seath. Yes, Anubis, I know you want pets! Ah! But why do you want pets all the way over there? Where I have to lean over, away from the mic. Now that's some excitement, isn't it? Wasn't it, Ishnai? I mean, it's like I said earlier, this was like a breakfast, early breakfast for me, kind of levels of shit that comes up. This is like an afternoon tea. Probably a little too much for Leah, but we gave her a bed to sleep off the worst of her ordeal. She'll likely be back to her usual cheerful self in no time. Quite a successful jaunt, all told. You and me make a pretty good partnership. Did we get any treasures out of that, though? But I've got words for you, Furball. You said that relic will obliterate a void sun completely. Ha! Yeah, Leah! I said the exact same thing. Seems to me that fool floppish fiend just got scorched before he slipped away. Oh, that was scarcely a fraction of the Null Stone's true power. Once I've learned how to unleash its full potential, such demons shall be consumed like gnats caught in a bonfire. So you're telling me our secret weapon isn't ready for battle? You might as well be wielding a blunted sword? Well, I don't know. My Genshin character wields a blunted sword and somehow seems to make it through the game just fine. 1-star sword. 1-star sword! Might I remind you that this blunted sword stung our foe sufficiently to free the Lady Pirate? As a result, we could not have achieved with their blistering words alone. Ah, I was ready to flee without Radlia if things took a turn for the worse. I know, right? Unupgraded, yes, absolutely. But you're right, you had the presence of mind to take advantage of my bluff, and it was your actions that saved her in the end. Kate Seath. Did the captain receive a blow to the head while we were in, Mock? I could have sworn he paid me a compliment. I mean, he could give some sometimes. It all worked out in the end, but I've had enough of Leofard's folly. Yeah. Same thing. Wishes you to join in the questioning. Freedom of forest guys. We might be waiting a while before Radlia finally decides to wake up. But not so long that you've got time to flit away to some other adventure. No, I will literally, like, take a step back and then step back in, and we'll be talking again about doing this, right? Come join me in my quarters. We can ask her a few questions as soon as she's ready to talk. Radlina was wanting the entire trip back to the Parok. It can't have been a pleasant experience being dragged by that nasty fiend. Anyways, let's go haunt the captain's quarters until she regains her senses. Once I have learned to harness the full power of the Null Stone, we shall have naught to fear from the Shadow Queen herself. Sure. Kate, see. Fairy cat. Literally means fairy cat. Or good folks cat. By the way, Murray! I learned how to do the astrologian, and then and finally memorized all the cards. And then the update. They changed a lot of the cards. Oh there, Ishnai. Might as well make yourself comfortable while we wait on Radlia. Besides, after fighting through the ruins, are we sure you could use a rest? Are you inviting me to your bed, sir? Sorry, you're not particularly my interest. Where's the rest of my crew? Surely they were survivors. Well, except for the two that probably ran over here. Tell me, Radlia, what drove you to risk exploring Old Mach? The compass sent you there, aye, but you were after the Void Ark. You knew something, didn't you? I found a book. We were looting these strange ruins in the Sea of Clouds, and one of the lads dug up a tome. Had passages that described the Void Ark and a powerful relic called the Nullstone. A tome scribed by a Maki sorcerer, perhaps. Captain, would you happen to know the author of this work? The words were muddled by obscuring magics, and the 1500 years have faded its pages. There was much that remained illegible, but from what my darling cutthroats and I could decipher, suggested it was written by a mage of exceptional status. See for yourself. If what the book says is true, the Ark is the source of immeasurable power. With that ship under my command and the mysteries of the Mach in my possession, I had thought to crown myself Queen of the Skies. And look how well that turned out. What manner is of sky pirate? What manner of queen can't even keep her own crew alive? Ahem, Radlia, is it not? I would be correct as assuming you seek revenge against the Void Sent who slaughtered your comrades. No. Of course I want revenge! The Hellspawn's shite gobber killed my crew. If he were here right now, I'd gouge out his eyes and choke him to death with my bare bloody hands. Kinky? You are not alone in your desire to bring an end to these abominations, Captain. Would you not join us on our endeavor to secure the peace for the skies? Will you not join the Talon's strength to ours? I mean, it'd be just her and two other people. What strength? In the way things are now, I doubt I could keep the peace in a monastery. This has not to do with personal grudges either. I just don't have the men. All my best fighters died in the ruins, and the dregs that are left are scarce sharp enough to be called talons. Well, good thing me! I am here! Me! The Warrior of Light. Did you leave your spine back in the ruins, Radalia? You've had your wings clipped, make no mistake, but there's no reason to give up the life. I thought we'd rescue a sky pirate, not some cur that turns tail when her pack ain't there to bite for her. I know what you're trying to do, Red Bill, but I've lost my taste for glory. You can have the curse book. Just be sure to make that bastard pay. Wait, that's something and a half. Hey, Furball, how quick do you think you could decipher the ratty old tome? I need you to figure out how exactly your relic works. Aye, you sent that one fiend squealing in fear, but that ain't enough. From what you've told me, we need to aim for some of that obliteration if we're going to take down the Shadow Queen. The rest of you, put everything you got into what you do best, and be that the research or the blade work. Overdoing it just right, and you get my meaning. I'll decorate my walls with void sends if I have to. The skies should belong to no one. badass motherfucker here. Would have laughed if they actually made him Diablos being stuck in an actual magical lamp. The Nullstone hath fallen into mortal hands. He knows. 1,000 apologies, Lord Diablos. I shall personally wring each and every one of their scrawny necks. The time for sulking in shadows hath ended. I am grown weary of these meddling vermin. The power of the Shadow Queen waxeth full. Soon mine ardent desire shall pass from dream into dark reality. Hi, Stacy! Searching for you at Kate Seath. Ishnai, Cat Sith sent me out to find you. You have a proper knack for showing up at just the right time, you know that? I haven't fucking moved! Anyways, Cat Sith cracked open that totem we got from Radlia and has been studying at all the Nullstone secrets. He thinks he might maybe onto something important, not just discerning Diablos and the Shadow Queen, but also the cat himself. Come back to the Periok, and we all hear what he has to say. Let me guess. He's not really a familiar. He has the soul of this whatchamacallit with him, somehow, because if I remember what the Matoya said, Master Matoya said about familiars needing to be bound, needing for who they are bound to be near them, or they go wild like the ones outside of her house. The Froggos. I'm just spitballing here. I'm gonna have to repair my gear before the next... The Kate Seed has the darkest look on his face. Thanks the winds, you're here at last. The furball refuses to share until you'd arrived. Thanks for coming. Now, Kate, see what this is all about. Sheed. As I suspect, this totem was pinned by a Maki sorcerer of superior standing, as well as detailing the methods by which the full power of the Nullstone may be unleashed. Its pages also contain a new number of revelations concerning my master, High Void Mage Ciarfox. If the history books are to be trusted, then it seems that Ciarfox herself was responsible for the summoning of Diablos. But that was... he was sealed in Ankh-Kapor. But I thought you said your master was opposed to supporting the war effort, but why would you be the one to call upon that bat-winged monster? And Ankh-Kapor was against the Maki. Ciarfox only agreed to the ritual as a means to bring the conflict to an early resolution. From what I gleaned from these passages, Diablos was intended as a bluff, a threat that was never to be exercised. Oh, Oppenheimer. But those arrogant imbeciles ignored my master's carefully laid restrictions and elected to unleash the fiend upon Ankh-Kapor. It was when Ciarfox moved to protest this act that she was branded a traitor and imprisoned. Once they contained the opposition, the Void Mages studied all manner of otherworldly arts at the talent feet of their new pet. The most dangerous of which was the rite of summoning for a Skathlach, and the method for training her power. Yet even after they after all they had perpetrated, these ambitious fools thought had the gall to come crawling back to Ciar when the coming of the Great Floods was predicted. They begged her to take control of the Void Ark for the salvation of the Mahshi people. As you saw for yourself, however, the energies of the Shadow Queen broke loose and turned the vessel into a derelict nest of void scent. It seems obvious now that the arts taught by Diablos was deliberately flawed. The only saving grace in all this madness was when the damnable fiend was sealed away by the white mages of Amabor. Don't look at me, I'm also a white mage. I shudder to think what would have happened had he been reunited with his queen. Also, don't look at me for having to undo the seals because they were falling apart to go back and try and kick his ass, except I did not proceed to finish kicking his ass because he ran away. So 1500 years later, Diablos is looking to finish what he started. I thought the bat-faced bastard was just some opportunistic underling, but turns out he's the main villain behind this whole mess. Were Ciar alive today, she would accept responsibility for unleashing Diablos upon the world. As the High Void Mage's familiar, it is my duty to act in her stead. Not particularly, but help is accepted. I've deciphered the secrets of the Nullstone, and with its undiluted power, I shall erase Diablos from existence. Except you won't, because there'll be a bunch of shit that I'll have to jump through. Heh, I like your spirit, Puss, but try not to rush in too quickly, eh? Getting yourself killed won't do us or your master any good. Wait. No one's rushing anywhere just yet, or have you forgotten? We're still in the middle of scouting out the fiend's lair. We've got the compass to go by, aye, but who knows what kind of place it'll lead us, or how many demons will be lying in wait when we get there. We fly in with our eyes open, or get risk slaughtered, just like the Talons. Yeah, speaking of which, the tome made mention of a potential location for... Timing. I mean, good throw, whoever decided to throw you like that. Leofard. I mean, 10 out of 10 aim. Ouch. He's behind you. Nah, curse you, fiend. At last. At long last. Probably need to do a deeper voice on then. Cough. This is far from over, demon. We'll not allow an abomination like the Shadow Queen to rule this world. Then thou knowest not of ruling. It is might which decideth dominion. But believe thou mayest, frail creature, you are playthings. Your screams of denial shall amuse me as I send this rock, and all upon it to shatter upon the ground below. I'm gonna keep standing there. Stand there. Keep standing there. Nothing I can do. Bitchin'. Gods, is that Radlia? Where'd she'd been hiding that ship? Very long ship. Thick. Girthy. Jokes! Quips! I will not tire my arm with the swatting of so many flies. The null stone is mine, and there's yet much to be done. Mm. How many? How are there so many talons? I thought they were massacred at Mach. I ain't a healer, but I'd say you've broken your arms, a couple ribs, and bruised half your innards. We need to get you some splints and bandages. Good thing a healer isn't standing right fucking here or anything. Loss of the null stone is on my head. I shall win it back. What do you look at that sorry excuse for a sky pirate? Bah, I knew Red Bill and his crag-tag crew couldn't be trusted with saving the skies. You could consider our debt to you repaid. Why to me? As those bodies are back there laying there. Well, well, I ain't a lucky sod. 2 demons in one day. Found some new dogs to lick your boots, Radlia. Is that any way to welcome me back into the life? You needed allies, and persuading our reluctant fellows to join a common purpose is a feat only a woman of my charming beauty could accomplish. Yeah, uh-huh. And besides, you look too injured to be much of use anyways. You'd best take your bed to your bed, old man, and let me and your champion there take care of the void scent. What? So you can tuck tail and run again at the first sign of trouble? You're not even standing there if it weren't for me. And even with me arm busted up, I'm still twice the pirate you are. I don't think we have a place to argue right now. Nay, I think you should stay behind this time, Leofard. We must pursue Diablos without you. Time is of essence, and we cannot afford to wait for you to heal. Healer back here! Healer back here! Healer back here! I could get rid of very grievous wounds. My level of cool healing ability. Haste, take advantage of enforcement and proceed with all haste. Did the demon drop you on your head, Furball? Without me there to run things, you'll end up getting in Ishnai's way, and no one's making haste anywhere until we know what we're flying into. Look, if anyone's getting into my way, it happens to be everybody else except the Furball, who I need for emotional and, you know, stress-relieving purposes of petting the cute cat and having cuddles and pets and huggles and listening to the purr that makes everything so much better. Again, Captain Radlia may hold the answer to that dilemma. I suspect the island where she uncovered the tome is the very location where Diablos has chosen to lair. This floating marvel I speak of is not a natural occurrence. I mean, I'm quite sure a lot of these are not natural occurrences. It was constructed as a haven for refugees of the flood. The tome makes very clear reference to the island's purpose and describes in detail the void scent sorcery employed in its creation. As the Void Ark never has arrived at its destination, however, the island remained uninhabited. I can imagine a no more suitable hideaway for our scheming friend. Oh, you can pick all different classes. There's tank classes, there's DPS classes. I prefer healer. I prefer being a healer. But you can actually, the nice thing about at least this game is you just create one character and then when you change your weapon or whatever you have in your main hand, changes the class you are. So I could be a tank, I could be a DPS, red mage, dark knight, any of that kind of stuff. In fact, I plan on the raiding right here is the side raid. I plan on mainly be using my red mage going through the Stormblood expansion. Since my healer is already 67. The beginning of the expansion is 60. Which reminds me, after we do this raid area, I'm gonna do the unlocked red mage quest stuff. Because I've gotten high enough in this classes for that. The Talon Fleet will carve us a path through the Lesser Fiends, and we shall strike swiftly into the heart of the confusion to seize the Nullstone. Once the relic is secure, I will use its power to obliterate our devilish foes. As a sky pirate, I'm sure you understand how such an assault relies on speed and surprise. We cannot have a wounded companion slow us down. I'm still a healer! And potentially doom the entire enterprise. Healer! Healer! I even have the power of the skies! The stars! As an astrologian. So you think you're in charge now, do you, puss? Poor, broken Leofard, some dead weight you need to cut away? You know what? I've had a belly full of your meowing in any case. Go on, fly off without me. See how far you get with your thrice-time enterprise. Captain Radlia, compare the direction indicated by the ectocompass with your navigational records, if you please. I think we'll find the coordinates coincide with the island in question. Certainly, and feel free to board our flagship when you're ready to depart. My darling's large enough to accommodate your adventurer and her fellows with room to spare. Kinky. Okay, I'm having flashbacks, and I'm not sure if it's good that I'm having flashbacks, but I'm having flashbacks of being knocked off a ship on one of the fights. This is gonna go well. Alright, let's see what they have to say, then I need to run use the restroom. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on the captain where everyone's off to this grand adventure without him. Are you certain you don't need me to go with you? This adventure's all yours, Ishnai. I'll be cheering from my sickbed like a good little pirate. Promise. X'd out, X'd out, X'd out. This is just the way it must be. Considering our needs for haste and the extent of Leofar's injuries, my conclusion was merely logical. Yes. Why don't you ask a healer about that? Just throwing that out there. Captain Redbill's primary concern should be securing the freedom of the skies, not limping into almost certain death at the hands of the Void Scent, no matter how much he chafes about being excluded from the voyage. Kate Sheed is only talking common sense. The captain took it hard, but I think he knows it too. We're doing the right thing leaving behind, ain't we? I don't know. I acquire our splendid flagship after the Ishgardian saw fit to abandon her. That's that ship? You mean that Shid's ship? Sid's ship? You attempted to match the airborne agility of their dragon enemies, but the vessel did not live up to expectation. When she passed to me, we replaced all of her improvements with structural reinforcements and made ourselves a flying fortress. Our stately lass is not soon to be knocked from the sky. We're gonna fucking Hindenburg this, aren't we? Or Sky Titanic it. Yeah, it goes along with Unsinkable. I will be right back. Bathroom. Back, 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 back. I said I need to quickly repair because I'm quite sure I remember something about a flying ship. And I remember something about survive as long as you can at the last boss fight. It's basically a showdown of DPS and surviving. Which, being the healer, is a very important job for me to pay attention to. Somewhere along the way. I'm not sure. My mind's having a moment on what done. Does that mean hill? Like, aerial hill? Okay, yeah, I was correct. Dun means fort, castle, or dune, excuse me. It's dune. Fort, castle, or fortified hill. My, I do know a different language, kind of, sort of. I don't know how to say anything correctly. And Skaith, if I'm correct. Let me check. Yeah. Skaith is another name for the Shadow Queen lady. The Scatholic. But she's also from mythology, and she's the, teacher that teaches, the tentacle creature somebody was saying they'd bang in the earlier thing. And okay, Dunsa Skaith is Fortress of Shadows, is her residence. Cool. I mean, sometimes the reason why I forget some of these names and stuff is because I've seen them spelled multiple different ways, whether it's phonetically or not phonetically, or whether it's Scots Gaelic or Irish Gaelic. Well, and sometimes it's just she's called the Shadow or the Warrior Maid and is rival to Alfred. Oh, sorry. I am correct. This is the fun one. Well, one of the fun ones. Rip, not this. Somebody is naked. I don't like this. How? I mean, there's no bits and pieces, but I mean, he's... How? You know what? I'm just... Don't think about it. Hey, it's at this point where you actually need to start paying attention to as a healer, and I know this sounds horrifying. is paying attention to location, 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 and health of other healers in the different. I'm gonna get knocked off. I'm gonna get knocked off! Didn't. Yeah, there's little tricks and things that. I'm doing Asuna. No, 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 no. Okay. Sorry. I was. I've been concentrating on that. Okay, we're being. I mean, I guess he might be trying to do Emperor's New Clothing and have the clothing the same color as his skin, which, I mean, that's a way of doing it. Which is just him in his small clothes and have it the same color as him. And this one's another fun fight. All these are fun fights, actually. These are very mechanical fights, if I recall vaguely. Oh, hi, Fernady Nyan Nyan Nyan. Okay. They're gonna go out the white one. Okay. You know, I'm finding somebody who looks like they know what they're doing, and I'm following them. Yes. His small clothes, I mentioned that when it first began. His small clothes match his skin color. That's what's going on, if you're wondering. So it looks like he's naked, but he's not. So it is still Twitch TOS. Oh yeah. Nope. 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 No. I was like, they just keep getting bigger. That's what she said. Yes, I know that's what she said. Are you responding to quotes my. I figure my chat's gonna say. It cut off a bit. Damn it. I said, that's what she said. And I said, that, of course, I said that before my chat could say something. When I get the chance, I'm gonna have to fiddle with my mic again, I guess. So I don't know why Allegan stuff is here when this isn't Allegan, this is Mecca, whatever. Allaga was other places. Other times. Or did they steal from Allegan stuff to make this? I don't know. I give up. Stop thinking too much. Oh, twitching of my whiskers, there fell magic ahead. Only the queen herself could radiate such malice of this magnitude. Of course, Queen of Hearts. I love this design! I don't... Well, besides the roses with eyes, that is a totally different subject there. Also, hot. But no, I love this design. Look at it! Stained glass is so pretty! I'm going over here. Even if it is Twitch TOS levels of I'm... just taking precautions here. Why? Nah. Um. Um. Kinda distracted right now. Looking around to what I can. transfer. All right. Fuck, wrong button. Hi. Oh, cool. We're gonna Kingdom Hearts this shit? We're gonna do it under the pale moonlight? Dance with the devil? I think I was only half joking on that, but cool. Okay, to be fair, unlike the other healer here, I think the only one in my group that has not done this before, or at least had a brain injury to make sure that I don't remember doing this before. So, my deaths could be accepted to some degree. Oh no. I'm not saying completely accepted, but I mean... Uranus Ominos. Hey, he's dimming! He's dimming! This is not referring to Final Fantasy VIII or anything. That goddamn attack. I'll get around to the Speak Southern thing as soon as I. I'm the Lord of the Void. You cannot arg, 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 arg. Yeah. Pant, pant, mind imprisonment weaken me more than I imagined. No, I am the god! Not bested me yet. True purpose. For nearly one-shot tanks. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is the survive until you can't, bitch. Is it? Or is it like, there's three for it? Where are you? Why are you considered out of my range? Where are you? There you are. Wrong button. Ah, ah, ah. Sorry, I was absolutely distracted by that. I am so sorry on that. Hi! Hi, hi! Alright, y'all! I'll do the what should I put in a second. Trying to make life difficult. Yeah, yeah. How does that look? That is gonna cool, actually. I got a 2 on that. Eh. Now I get to read all this aloud with a southern accent. Let me get the timing out thing though. Do not relax your guard yet, Ishnai. The air is still heavy with his foul presence. I figured as much. Fuck. Already taken care of the fiend, have you? And he didn't even need that dusty old relic to do it. I beg to differ. I haven't even started my timer yet. Be careful, Captain. Diablo lurks in the shadows. Yeah, why aren't you picking it up? Oh, speaking of shadows. My football! My football, how dare you! Finally, I have claimed the Shadow Queen's power for mine own, yet I still am harried by you noisome weevils. Weevils. I must needs quit this realm for a time, and when I have grown accustomed to my newfound might, I shall be reckoning for your insolence. Insolence! Oh. Not even proper. This ain't the time for napping, football. You still got a job to do. Really? That ain't a DSS machina, I don't know what is. Like, tripping and dropping the ring into the Mountain Doom or something. We believe in you, Furball. Yes, we do. My work is unfinished. In Celsia's name, I unmake thee, Diablos. My masters will be done. I don't know where I'm jumping with the southern accent, where I'm going. Going everywhere across. I'm taking a walking toward the south. You join me with this? No, the reason why Diablos is so persuasive is because he has a southern accent. Arg! For 15 years, 15 centuries I've yearned for this power. Thou canst not unmake me. No! 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 No, y'all! No, y'all! No, no. You'll be fine, little bitty kitty. His ship, however, will not. How you doing? You should have known you'd be wasting our breath. Captain only heeds the siren in his heart, and damn the consequences. I told you you'd be lost without me, didn't I? Yeah, because my character doesn't seem to do shit when it comes to these cutscenes. Stand there and let them bark themselves to death. And look at you, puss, getting knocked out cold in your moment of glory. You weren't gonna like to get another chance to honor your master's memory, and you almost missed it. But I suppose you pulled through at the last. I give you that much. Does the other end have to be such designed to make such many dick jokes as I'm thinking of that are going through my mind that I can't even quite properly articulate? The plan was okay, timer over. The plan was a resounding success, though it did require some intervention on Leofar's part, but I'm afraid I've misjudged his commitment to our cause. I was figuring he was going to show up, because that's just the way his code is. How vexing to once again be rescued by Red Bill. He better recover from those injuries so we can go back to hating each other on equal footing. Well, I think he'll live, which is surprising considering he crashed his ship into a bloody demon, damn fool. Spare me your concern and your lectures. You all knew I wasn't gonna stay abed with such a grand adventure in the making. I'd rather break every bone in me body than be stripped of the freedom to go where I please. Besides, all well that ends well. That's the reason why you drug him with a sleeping draught. Diablos is dead and we're all alive. That counts as a victory in my book, right? 'Tis a pity that it cost me the Rameli in the doing of it. I hope she rests easy on that island refuge. When did I grab that? I don't remember might have accidentally greeted on that one. I feel like I accidentally greeted on that one. No, that's for the other thing. I might as well keep it. I kind of like the design of it. Right, I got that from... It's not particularly the look I'm going for. I am trying to keep up with the purple look for some strange reason. I couldn't tell you why. I mean, look at my avatar. I couldn't tell you why I'd want to really go for the purple side of things. These are entirely fruits. Holy fuck! I like, but, damn. I think I got that when I was doing a roulette. No reason why I'm gonna use them later or anything. These, yeah, I like these. I'm putting them here so I can remember to put them in the actual... armory. Other armory. And not take up space here. I need to start leveling up a few, at least all the other magical ones so that I can clear out my armor even more. At least keep them closer together in level. Alright. I need to put that back in the... Got that for... here when I get one high enough. Yeah, I just need to get a bunch of them closer together in level again so that you just clear up space. Alright. Mourn the loss of the ba 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 ba. Okay, camera, you're gonna make your way down there eventually? Camera? Okay, I'm gonna try something real quick. Alright, Knights in Osaga! I'm glad you came to join! Alright, Haru, I'm gonna try something. If too much changes with the, filters and all this other stuff, tell me. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Probably should just pull it up on my phone. That sounds good. So, not anything like peeking or anything like that. Okay. Goggles are a mess, but I can always get me a new pair of goggles and a new airship. Suppose we should be glad we didn't lose aught else after diving headlong into a void sense. Lose anything else after diving headlong into the void scent nest! The nesty nest that nested. The nested nest. Now we take in the skies back. It's time we take our leave. The Talons and the Redbeards can kiss their, kiss this brief alliance farewell, unless, of course, you're interested in more permanent arrangements. Can I do some things? Pick the mic. Pick the mic. Yell at you? How dare I yell at you? Oh, look. People in the background. Why would I yell? Come on. Oh, I didn't notice there's a little Lalafell down there. Can you even get down there at all? Oh, sorry, ADHD. What the heck did I do? Did you want to know? I put noise suppressant directly on Streamlabs rather than through my voice meter. Which the whole point of the voice meter is to do that. And the thing is, I don't need the suppression stuff on, when I'm recording stuff straight from the voice meter, it is fine. But when I put the voice meter through the Streamlabs, it's not. Talk really quiet. Talky talk talk. Talky talk 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 talk. La 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 da 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 ba ba ba. Bubbles. 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 The thing is, none of that appears when I record straight from the voice meter. None of the problems I've had before. This is what heaven must sound like. I wouldn't go that far. You bootlickers might think your voice is a siren song, but grates on me ears like a harpy screech. Now, this is the first last time we fly together. We're back to being rivals, the way it's always been. You are a very stubborn man, Red Bill, but you do well to remember, I always get what I want in the end. But what you want has been changing. Hey, Kate Seed. You wanna come with me? Seath. Head back to me quarters and see the Ferdwald's hurts. I'll be along in a bit. I feel so foolish, Ishnai. I demanded that Lee remain behind, only to have him rescue my mission from certain failure. A failure that would have mocked your heroic efforts as well. Well, I don't know. I was just standing there looking, so I can't say that I was very heroic. You're too kind. What words exist that can properly express my contrition? Excuse me. I know not how to even begin to make my apologies. I should like to approach the captain, but he has the air of a man who seeks solitude. 'Tis strange to see him so melancholy. Could it be the loss of the Ramil which troubles him so? Nay, I shan't intrude upon his contemplation with clumsy questions and trite platitudes. Let us leave him be for the moment. You might be thinking far too into this, hun. Go on without me, I won't be long. Set up the pace, you sluggards. Leave this rock behind and get to celebrating the return of the Talons. Yes, Italians. But I am already a quarter Italian, so I'm already here, so no worries. The captain is not his usual bombastic self. Maybe Stacia can enlighten us at the source of his uncharacteristic malaise. Well, I'm gonna put this out there. Usually when one's hurt and in pain, they aren't always their bombastic selves. Heaven knows I'm not exactly the easiest person to be around when I'm in absolute pain. Mistress Stacia, if I may ask you a question, do you know the cause of the captain's melancholy? Yeah. Collie? Is it because of the Millie? Tell me, if it is so, I cannot help but feel responsible for the vessel's destruction, and I would better understand Leo Thar's present distress. If you really want to understand, I should suppose to start how the captain who was orphaned as a child. That's nothing new in Eorzea. That's like everything. Everybody. Almost everybody, excuse me. As matters turned out, he was taken in by a high-born widow who raised him as her son. Is that the portrait that's up there? what Leofard told me. His adopted mother was kind, quiet-spoken woman, but due to some illness or another, she rarely able to venture outside. Instead, she spent hours reading to her boy from a library well stocked with books from faraway lands. Leofard cared for her as her melee grew worse by the day, and he was there by her side when death finally carried her away to Thal's halls. I am correct, then. When she was alive, she never did ask much of him. Not long before she passed on, however, she wrung from him one single promise. He escaped the conformity she always endured and lived his life as free as a bird. And you've likely have guessed her name was Rameli. That is her portrait there hanging on the wall. Ah, that explains much. I had wondered as to the origin of this vessel's naming. The Sky Pirate Way was the life Leofard chose for himself, but I like to think he named the ship Millie so his mother could be there to watch over all of his adventures. Since when are you so loose-lipped around comrades pirate past, Cecilia? It's Kate Sith! See the Sith. Ain't the habit of leaning on people's sympathies, so you'll keep that all tidbit to yourself, eh? You said something, Leonard? I think it's a cool-looking Alice in Wonderland cat, though my favorite always has to be, the Cheshire Cat from American McGee's Alice in Wonderland, which we need to play. In this game, that's him. Yes, he's a familiar. I don't have a working Xbox. Besides, I have both of them already. Unless EA has deemed to take away them. Which, I mean, we don't own games anyways. No, I bought it way back when the second one came out. And currently it's in this fucking limbo on EA not being interested in making a third one, even though the story is designed and written out for a third one. And they won't even sell the IP back to the American McGee. And American McGee has pretty much given up on being in the game industry anymore. Which kind of sucks, because there were some other games he did that were really interesting, like the Fucked Up Fairy Tales. It wasn't called Fucked Up Fairy Tales, but it was with that degree. And it just a bunch of indie games that were fun. And kind of more or less got pushed out by corporations. I thought I told you to see to the furball's wounds. Look at your cape, puss. It's in tatters. Here, take a moment. A scarf? For me? Aye, that's a little presents we give to every new Red Bill. Ramel taught me it's not protecting memories that's important. It's having the strength to follow your path and make those memories in the first place. Seeing how determined you were to clean your master's slate, I'd say you fit right in with our crew. Listen, if you're thinking that little airship meant a lot to me, then you'd be right. But I'd rather mourn a hunk of metal than lose them as can share in me highs and lows. So let's get this straight, puss. There's no need for apologies. A sky pirate makes his choices and he sticks by them. The life of a sky pirate, As I seem to be bereft of both place and purpose now, I suppose I shall accept your offer. I am yours to command, Captain. Glad to hear it. Your first duty is to join us in giving our adventurer here a proper send-off. Well, it's about bloody time you two saw eye to eye. But honestly, Captain, you don't mean to head out on those rags, are you? Let's get you cleaned up as well before we say our fond farewells. Yeah, and how about heal? How about me be a healer and actually heal? Did you see? Kate C is wearing the red bill scarf. Isn't that wonderful? For 15 centuries I did wander in the dark alone. To be surrounded by companions and given a new hearth to call home fills me with warmth I had almost forgotten was possible. I mean, you could follow me! I mean, actually, it might be better if you stay with them. We've got a spare airship the captain can use for now until he feels ready to build a new one. It's time we part ways, Ishnai. Let's give you an escort down to Coldwind. That was some adventure, Ishnai, but our journey into the unknown is over. Is it? Is it? For the now. Yeah, I was about to say. When the sky spit out a new mystery, you can bet I'm coming to find you. After all, there ain't nobody else who handles the unexpected quite like you do. High adventure and the heady rush of danger. Surely in this life there's no greater reward. Armory chest. Is that considered a neck thing? Yeah. Alright. Do the Red Mage quest. Let's first, though, go here and empty the inventory of wearables. And I think I have the app castle, people finish training too, so I can check there. Wrong thing. Wrong thing! Wrong thing! Sorry. New missions permit me. For the ongoing excellence, Lieutenant Squadron, Adventure Squadron Initiative, Lieutenant Ciarfox Squadron is hereby granted authorization to undertake command missions, effective immediately. Fun. Expansion of our sphere of activity. This is proof positive the company's faith in us, Commander. I don't know why. Conversely, it also means expectations run higher. Let's set about our task with new vigor and continue our exemplary course. Duties put you ahead of into a foray of an instance dungeon. Quadrants. Chords. If you wish to know more. I mean, independent mastery. I just want to get her up in level. Alright. Over here. Wonder if they'll be nice enough to give us more I'll probably have to start switching out stuff eventually. Also need to go prepare things. Minder. Cool. Got that set up. Hi, Anubis. Yes, pets, pets, pets. Sweetie, sweetie. Why'd you knock the bed off? There we go. Training day and night to make sure I don't slow you down. Cheered. But if puppets are acting under Imperial orders, that much is certain. Ever since we thwarted an attempt by Master Wilkin, however, it would seem they have abandoned him as a target. The merchant's life is not worth all the assassins we cost them, I'll wager. But it'll only be a matter of time before the Cabal is given a new prey to hunt. I've called in a favor with a friend to investigate possible targets. He's agreed to meet with us at Hawker's Round in Linz. Oh, good! Where I just was! Then RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know why I have this fucking song stuck in my head. I've had it for weeks. You in chat know how much I had this song stuck in my head for weeks. So if I randomly start singing again, Sins and Sat, a Tragedies thing. My autistic earworm. Rael! Rael! Dude! Friend! Everything looks so teasingly familiar. It feels like strange having no memory of this place, but still knowing but still have my feet know where and where not to step. We all here? Let's be getting on with things then. Jump scare ad? This fine gentleman is Rio, a former member of the Company of Heroes. He's been helping us with our investigation since we left for Aleport. Ah, the two of you have met, I take it. Yes. Good to see you, Rio. Good to see you too, lass. Mr. Redbridges here didn't mention you were on the road together. Anyways, let's get straight to business. I did some digging into that floating fortress of your cabal. The merchantman dabbles a bit in trading to keep up the charade, so I started paying attention to where the goods ended up. And I think you found that Lambert gets his orders from the Imperial base in the north of Thanlan. Castrum Midi-Rim. That's your best bet, I reckon. Oh, it's still in existence and working? You're a treasure reel. I'll pass on any new information we managed to uncover. For the now, though, consider that favor repaid in full. Ishnai, Arya, to the Drowning Witch! Oh, he disappears? I was gonna see if there was anything. So what was this ad that scared the bejeebus out of you? Chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door. Rural Paul. Yeah, he is a rural Paul. People ever heard of? Like I said, I have this stuck in my head, and I've had it for the past month or so, so if I randomly start singing it again, this is how autism works sometimes. You'll listen to a song like 500 times, and then you'll be done with it in a few months, but I mean... I've been studying red magic for hours a day, and I'm still having trouble with certain spells. I don't know if I'll ever be as skilled at the art as you are. Palm and switch. I'm betting. Right, we have our destination, so let's discuss the objective. We need to storm the Castrum Meridium and locate documentation on Limbert's next target. Good! To try and, you know, level up my healer, I absolutely did not do that storming of that Castrum before stream, but too bad it won't count. Poor choice of words, perhaps. To clarify, one of us will provide a diversion, while the other two slip inside and rifle through desks until we find what we're looking for. Better? I'm good with presiding distractions and diversions. My ADHD. It's that you'll be our decoy! Woo! This time I can do that! Yay! Draw as many as the sentries as you can, and buy us the time we need. Arya, we'll run you through some practice exercises. Just flat. Yeah, the thing is, I'm just gonna make a joke about that. Honing your skills to various I see you have been honing your skills on various beasts, but this will be your first battling against thinking opponents, yes? Beasts can think. Very well. Make your preparations, friends. We'll meet at Radabon's Push. I'm, after all, wearing my dancing girl outfit, to some degree. One would think. It's based after Can Dancer or whatever. High timed in. Haven't you people ever heard of? Goddamn door, no. Hi. I picked the perfect horse that's nice and flashy too. Shirun tested my progress, but seems a little frustrated. I'm afraid my talent for certain spells has overly raised his expectation. Like, I mean, say sometimes you're better at some things and worse at others. I probably should. Right, just as we planned. Ishnai, do your best to become the center of Imperial attention. I breathe. Oh no, there's the Warrior of Light! Arya, you're with me. Once inside, we'll split up to hasten our search, so steel yourself for run-ins with patrols. I hope I'm ready for this. Just keep your head and you'll be fine. You've not quite reached Ishnai's level of skill, but your fists of magics are, to be quite honestly, terrifyingly powerful. Your restorative arts, on the other hand, well, let's just say the scales swing both ways. Now that I think of it, I'll say, lack balance much the same manner. Must be something in the blood, but rarely have I met such an extreme case as you. Not to worry. We'll work on your weaker aspects until you find an equilibrium, such as the key to excelling in red magic. And let us set to work. Head around to the front of the base and make a nuisance of yourself. With the growth you showed, I'm certain you can handle whatever those Imperials throw at you. We'll be sneaking in from the backside while you hold their attention. Please try not to fight all of them at once. What, and steal my fun? I have a plan. And I'm gonna hide the screen to get things ready for said plan. 1 second. Let me find the emotes.